The winter semester of the Southern State Showcase just around the corner. First stop this time around the College of Coastal Georgia and Brunswick, Georgia. We welcome in some new friends to the conference and let you know what's going on from Louisiana to South Carolina. The showcase starts right now.
The Southern State Showcase on Sports South.
The winter semester of the Southern State Showcase is officially underway. John Nelson here, Nicole Morocco joining us just a sec here in Brunswick. And we got to catch you up on what's going on. There's been a lot of action in the winter since we've been away, so now it's time in the A block for the lead.
This past fall, during the NAIA National Soccer Championships in Montgomery, Alabama, a very unique situation developed when two schools from the same conference advanced to the final. The Southern States Athletic Conference was represented in the championship game by the University of Mobile and Belhaven University. The Blazers, behind the late heroics of Eduardo Cruz's 90-minute goal, were fresh off an upset of defending national champion and #1 ranked Lindsey Wilson, and they were aggressive early, looking for any scoring opportunities. In the 15th minute, Guilherme Sosa fed Victor Lawrence, and he found the left corner of the goal, and the Blazers led 1-0 in the first. Then in the 37th minute, on a Belhaven corner kick, Eduardo Cruz lifted the kick high over the middle of the box, and Tom Cosgrave headed it in for the Blazers' second score, and they led 2-0. In the second half, the Rams outshot Belhaven 21-12, but Blazer goalkeeper Carl Blundell kept the shutout alive with key save after key save, and in the end, the Blazers would lay claim to a 2-0 victory for the national title.
Well, I think it's a credit to the team chemistry that we have. We've worked all year long of trying to make the most of not getting rattled and not getting too high for a win, not getting too low for a loss, and I think it kind of all came together.
The thing with us is we played Mobile in the season in our conference, and they came back in the second half, so we knew Mobile are very dangerous, they can score at any point, and I think towards like the last 2 or 3 minutes we started to think everything's going in our favour, and we actually could hold on here, and it's still not setting now. The reality of it, winning, it's amazing.
The University of Mobile was celebrating the 10th anniversary of their last national title, and for Belhaven, it was their first national championship in 20 years, the last coming on this same day in 1992 over Lynn University of Florida.
We're actually, all season long, we've been warming up in a jersey with 92 on the back with a star. And at the end of the season, we said we're going to sign them and give them to the 92 team because they were inducted to the Hall of Fame this year. And they've been supporting us all season long. We've been getting emails, texts, phone calls off them, supporting us. We even got a picture sent to us today of 20 of them in one of the bars in Mississippi watching the game, streaming it live together. And it's not just about our team this year, it's about the school and just the togetherness and all the alumni that have supported us this season and believed in us, and we just got there in the end.
Our 92 alums, many of them still live in the Jackson area, some of them don't, but very, very connected to the program and supportive, interested, and have just really embraced, what's going on with soccer and our commitment to it. And of course, Mac put together the idea this year of the warm-up jerseys with 92 on the back that the guys are going to sign, and that's just a brilliant idea. And because this is a soccer family. This is the Belhaven soccer family. We had one of our former Belhaven coaches here tonight, who was not the coach on the 92 team, but he's part of all these guys. It's a Belhaven soccer family, and this is for everybody.
This was a great achievement for the Belhaven program, but also says a lot for the conference as a whole. Not only was it an all-SSAC final, but 4 schools made it to the national quarterfinals.
We kind of looked at the bracket when the field of 32 came out. 4 SSAC teams started the field of 32, and our guys know what they're going to face in conference every year, and we like that. We feel like, it's competitive soccer during the regular season, that it's good for them, it's good for our fans to get to see that highest level of national competition. And then when you get to the postseason, you're tested. And we had some injuries to some key contributors who never took the field here in Montgomery. One took the field for a few minutes in the first game on Tuesday and got injured, and he was out. And so that kind of competition that we have faced and the depth that Coach McMahon has put on the field, I think readied them for this and was a huge contributing factor to our success here.
Congratulations to Belhaven University and the Southern States Athletic Conference on a great year. Reporting from Montgomery, Alabama, for the Southern States Showcase, I'm Scott Singer.
That's it for the lead story on this week's Showcase. When we come back to Brunswick, Georgia, we'll let you know what else is going on in the Southern States Athletic Conference. The Showcase continues right after this.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at naia.org.
Every Italian family has their own treasured recipes. And now at Carrabba's, we're serving up 2 family favorites on one plate. Like our wood-grilled sirloin, topped with handmade marsala sauce and served alongside our signature chicken brine ravioli. Or enjoy fresh ingredients and layers of flavor, all grilled over a wood fire with our Pollo Rosa Maria and chicken involtini. Some of our best recipes are together at last, but only for a short time. So find your favorite tonight and come home to Carrabba's.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in a field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
From Little League to the big leagues, Musco specializes in sports lighting around the world. Musco's light structure green sports lighting cuts operating costs in half with less energy use, cuts spill light by half, provides guaranteed constant light levels, and includes a 25-year warranty. For your budget, for the environment, Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
Welcome back to the Showcase, standing in front of the Health and Science Building here at the College of Coastal Georgia, moving right along with the show, so here's our next story.
Over the past year, the Southern States Athletic Conference member schools have enjoyed various campus upgrades. We've seen new living facilities, academic buildings, sports facilities, and even stadiums, just to mention a few.
We need these facilities to keep up with our growth. For example, I was in a meeting this morning where we were discussing the renovation and expansion of our undergraduate library. We've outgrown it, and we're totally maxed out on classroom space and office space for faculty, and yet we have plans to add some new degree programs, and so we must get started immediately on capital campaign to raise money to address some of these concerns.
The facilities, while cosmetic for the individual campuses, have also proven to be a real value in attracting prospective students.
I think growth always leads to a certain excitement about where you are, and you know, I think all of us in the conference, you know, want to be exciting places for our students. We want to be places where, you know, students want to go to further their education, and we've got some great schools in our conference, and you know, I think all of this building that's going on will only help us attract more and better students.
There's so many options, and so we have to convince the potential students that Lee is the best choice for you, whether it be our buildings, whether it be our academics, whether it be the price, the cost of attendance, or whatever. So if you are don't have an attractive product, when they pull on campus, they may turn you off before they ever get to know you. And that's one of our biggest sellers, is when people drive onto campus, we just feel like that they're immediately impressed and ask the question, if they care so much about what they've done physically, what's it like in the classroom? What kind of support are they putting in the classrooms?
It does make it an interesting time in which we live, as far in being a part of the Southern States Athletic Conference, to try to not necessarily keep up, but see what other people are doing and talk with our counterparts and see, well, hey, how's that working? You know, because that, you know, ultimately at the end of the day, if you're trying to attract students and you build facilities or amenities to attract them, hopefully it'll attract them. So it does kind of boil down to, do those things work or not? And some do, and some maybe not as well as we would hope. But it's part of just the day in which we live, I believe, that you're trying to continually offer better facilities and better service to your students.
The value of these facilities is not just limited to the institution. The surrounding community is also a beneficiary.
We also are going to have memberships that people could join, our fitness program, our pool, those kind of things. Our bowling alley and Papa John Pizza will be open to the public as well for recreation in our community. But we also are going to sponsor some leagues. We're going to sponsor, do swim lessons, exercise classes, some basketball leagues, bowling leagues, all kinds of things like that our community doesn't have at this point.
As the member schools continue to grow, we can look forward to new construction projects in the future. For the Southern States Showcase, I'm Scott Singer.
2 stories down, that means that we get to find out everything that's going on here at the College of Coastal Georgia when the Southern State Showcase continues after this.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at naia.org.
Every Italian family has their own treasured recipes. And now at Carrabba's, we're serving up 2 family favorites on one plate. Like our wood-grilled sirloin, topped with handmade marsala sauce and served alongside our signature chicken brine ravioli. Or enjoy fresh ingredients and layers of flavor, all grilled over a wood fire with our Pollo Rosa Maria and chicken involtini. Some of our best recipes are together at last, but only for a short time. So find your favorite tonight and come home to Carrabba's.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in the field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
From Little League to the big leagues, Musco specializes in sports lighting around the world. Musco's light structure green sports lighting cuts operating costs in half with less energy use, cuts spill light by half, provides guaranteed constant light levels, and includes a 25-year warranty. For your budget, for the environment, Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
Here in the center of campus at the College of Coastal Georgia, moving right along with the show. John, what do we have up now?
It is that time where we let you know everything that's going on here in Brunswick with the College of Coastal Georgia, so let's check in on life here in Glenn County. It all starts on the front steps of the College of Coastal Georgia in Brunswick. The now complete Correll Center for Teacher Education and Learning
is the new focus of an $80 million expansion and improvement on the school's grounds over the last couple of years. This 32,000-square-foot complex serves as the campus gateway to the community, housing the School of Education and Teacher Preparation, the Center for Service Learning and Community Engagement, the Center for Teaching and Learning, and the new Writing Center. Everywhere you turn, you see the new face that the college's president, Dr. Valerie Hepburn, has been able to be a part of and see come to fruition.
So we began this sort of significant transformation in July of 2008. And in the last, we really started rolling in 2009. So in the last 3 years, we've put about $80 million in construction into the campus. Every facility, with the exception of one, and we're working on that one, is either brand new or comprehensively renovated. We've built, science labs, all kinds of educational program labs, the student space, housing for students, big, wonderful campus center, and, renovated athletic facilities. And so really it has a whole new look and feel to it. Very student friendly, still small enough you can feel it and get around it and totally walkable, but just a lot of fun in terms of the space, feeling good for learning and for being a student. We get great feedback.
In every experience, Dr. Hepburn and everyone at the college looks at the new school motto, Serve, Learn, Succeed, and takes it to heart when you discover who you are and what you want to be on campus. They encourage everyone to take an active role in learning, building, and leading while on campus and when your time is through.
The Serve, Learn, Succeed concept is all of our students are involved in service learning, which is a way of teaching. It's not volunteerism. Really, in their first couple of years, they're taking what they're learning in the classroom as a part of that curriculum and applying it out in the community. And it might be math, it might be foreign language, it might be sociology, it might be English. They're out working with the skills and the theories that they're learning in class and actually applying them. And what it does is really two things. Helps them understand the material better, makes it come to life, makes it fun, but it also prepares them better. They're better ready for work, they're much more capable, they're better for graduate school, and they're really, we think, more well-rounded adults because they've actually seen what's in the books in practice, and so they're able to apply and learn their material much better.
Also important to being a part of the Southeast Georgia landscape is being a good steward to the people of Glenn County and Brunswick, whether it's as students, instructors, or future impact players, a concept not lost on Dr. Hepburn, who understands coastal Georgia's place.
We have a wonderful community that's very welcoming, embracing for our students. We don't have town and gown issues here, and so the opportunity for our students to be in businesses, nonprofits, government sectors, working with everything from a turtle center to a national park to, a huge corporation like Rich Products or King and Prince Seafood or Georgia Pacific. They're embraced, they're given the opportunity, or even Sea Island, 5-star resort. They're out there doing everything from the golf course to culinary arts and learning how to run those organizations, learning how to apply their skills. And again, some of them are part-time jobs down the road, some are full-time jobs down the road.
Athletically, it's the first full year that the Mariners are active in the Southern States Athletic Conference, and they have come in full bore. And the athletics department couldn't be happier with all teams and their progress, considering unlike most athletic programs across the country, Coastal has come into competition very, very young from the start.
Our coaches would expect to win every game, and that's not realistic. I think realistically, the fact that we're pretty well competitive with all of our sports is a good place for us to be, because we're still competing primarily with sophomores and freshmen. We have a few upper class transfers, but primarily sophomores and freshmen. So we're still quite young and haven't really in all of our sports established traditions and the cohesiveness and leadership that a team that has seniors and juniors has. And so it's for them to have competitive success is really a good thing right now.
But at the same time, youth starting early gives itself to experience and legacy over time, something Carlton fully understands along with all of his athletes and coaches regardless of sport. And those kinds of improvements seen on the field and in the facilities isn't lost on anyone in the department.
To attract the best student athletes, you need to have facilities on campus that address their needs in the classroom. You also have needs to address on the playing fields, and it's not just about attracting student athletes. It's also about attracting the appropriate coaches and staff who want to work in the kind of environment. There's always something to be done. Wherever you go, you're never finished. There's always something new, there's always something that can be improved, there's always something that can be changed, and so it is a never-ending process. Some folks might call it a race, but I think in reality it's just everybody trying to be the best they can be within the resources that they're given, and I think that's the goal.
We've picked sports that feel good for us, that we're strong in. We've got great, again, community support. You know, our home course in golf is Sea Island, not a bad deal. We've got beautiful tennis courts that have been part of this build out, and the teams that come here to play like it. It's a warm and welcoming environment. We're in the throes of basketball season now. I just happened to get off the phone with a conference call. I'm on the executive committee of Southern States, and we just finished all, ribbing each other about who was playing who this weekend in basketball and soccer, and so it's really nice, and it's a great conference. We just love the schools that we're in the conference with. There's a real collegiality, whether we're public or private, a real sense that we're all kind of commonly driven by great athletics that underpins good sportsmanship and, most importantly, great learning.
The College of Coastal Georgia has a master plan in place called 2020 Vision. It's the path every Mariner would like to follow to see even more growth on campus for the next 7 years. An interesting group of goals and aspirations are there. And to see where the college has come from, they feel like they're just getting started.
We might sprinkle a graduate program or two in there, but really our focus is on that very personal, very embracing high-quality undergraduate education. And we see more housing on campus, but we now are at a point from a classroom capacity standpoint that we can get close to accommodating about 5,000 people. And then continuing to, we've got now soon to have 10 bachelor's degrees with about 20 tracks, so you can get just about everything you want from a science and humanities, social science standpoint, as well as business and health sciences. Lots of opportunity in just about any discipline you want. And we'll continue to grow those with technology degrees and things like that, but an opportunity really to engage a lot more students from around the country and around the globe to be here.
So Nicole, that's the story here in Brunswick. A lot has happened, a lot is still going to happen, and we will be right here on the showcase to chronicle it for you.
Yes, we certainly will. All right, that's going to do it for the C Block. Up next, we'll tell you about our next show, but first, the Players of the Week.
The Players of the Week at the conference level for the week of January 21st are as follows. In men's basketball, it's Truett McConnell senior Anthony Dorsey. Dorsey continued his scoring dominance in the NAIA's Division I this week while leading his team to its first 2 conference victories of the year. He averaged 30.5 points over both games while shooting 65% from the field. He also averaged 8 rebounds and 2 steals per game. Dorsey was also honored for going over the 1,000 career point mark before the game against Bruton Parker College. He has also been named National Player of the Week by the NAIA. In women's basketball, the Player of the Week is College of Coastal Georgia's senior forward, Crystal Cheney. Cheney has been a consistent scorer and rebounder this season for the Mariners, who have received votes in the national poll the last 2 weeks. This past week, she recorded 2 double-doubles in 2 team wins and scored in double figures in a road loss at Emmanuel.
Every Italian family has their own treasured recipes. And now at Carrabba's, we're serving up 2 family favorites on one plate. Like our wood-grilled sirloin, topped with handmade marsala sauce and served alongside our signature chicken brine ravioli. Or enjoy fresh ingredients and layers of flavor, all grilled over a wood fire with our Pollo Rosa Maria and chicken involtini. Some of our best recipes are together at last, but only for a short time. So find your favorite tonight and come home to Carrabba's.
From Little League to the big leagues, Musco specializes in sports lighting around the world. Musco's light structure green sports lighting cuts operating costs in half with less energy use, cuts spill light by half, provides guaranteed constant light levels, and includes a 25-year warranty. For your budget, for the environment, Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in a field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
So Nicole, those are the national rankings for the sports going on right now. As always, the Southern State's well represented when it comes to the NAIA. We've kind of retreated indoors here to Coach Cox and the men's basketball practice, so we're just going to kind of hang out here for a little bit, right?
Yes, we are. Well, that's going to do it for this show, but make sure you come back and see us next week on the Showcase.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at NAIA.org.